everyone, this is Tim from YourSixStudios. When you press the eject button on your PlayStation 4, does your disc stay inside the console? Well, in this tutorial video, I'm going to show you how to fix this issue. Coming up next on YourSixStudios. So if your disc is getting stuck inside your PlayStation 4, one thing you could try without even opening up your PlayStation 4 is just using some compressed air and cleaning the eject button area, just in case there's something sitting on the sensor blocking the signal from the eject button to the PlayStation 4 itself. So let's go ahead and shake up our compressed air for about a minute and shake it really good. And then when you're spraying with your compressed air, try to keep it as level as possible so you don't get condensation from the can on your PlayStation 4 itself. So now let's go ahead and just spray around the eject button, which is the bottom button, and just spray it really good. So hopefully this will clean out the sensor on the PlayStation 4, and if there's any dust, it'll blow it away. And get really good in here. If you have one of these straws on your compressed air, that will help enormously. Alright, so I sprayed in there really good. You can go ahead and try your PlayStation 4 at this point and just see if that helps. Also, you can go ahead and take off the faceplate and spray a little bit more in there. You can get a better angle. And it's also good just to spray around your hard drive and clean out your PlayStation 4, just in case there's any dust inside it, slowing down your PlayStation 4, making it louder, especially the fan area and the CPU area. And there's a little rubber pad right here that connects to your eject button. You can maybe even try pushing this in more, just making sure it's in. If it's not in all the way, there may be an issue causing your eject button not to work, because it literally touches it. When you open up the PlayStation 4, you can see this rubber pad is connected to your eject button. And then let's go ahead and move on to step number 2, and that's opening up your PlayStation 4. So go ahead and flip it around, and then at the back you will see 3 screws right here. And you will need a T9 security screwdriver. Otherwise, I have this set of Stanley screwdrivers, and I will use a 2mm flathead screwdriver from this set. And this will be able to remove the screws at the back of your PlayStation 4. If this is your first time removing the screws from your PlayStation 4, you will have black covers over here. And just a warning, this may break your PlayStation 4 if you're not careful. Also, it will void your warranty. But the PlayStation 5 is coming out next year, so don't worry. You're going to be buying that soon. So let's go ahead and remove these 3 screws. And the great thing about this screwdriver set is it's magnetic. And I'll just attach these screws. Here's the last screw right here. Let's go ahead and remove this. And set these screws off to the side in a safe location, because those are a little bit hard to see. Now let's go ahead and lift off this cover. And it should just lift up if you're lifting up with your fingers here. And I'll turn my PlayStation 4 around. And here is the sensor I was talking about. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in on it. So this is the sensor that's on your PlayStation 4. When you touch this with some kind of metal object, it will eject your PlayStation 4 disc. So you got to make sure there's nothing on here. Even take your compressed air right now and just spray around here right now. Make sure there's no dust on there. So completely get that cleared of any dust. And when you press a metal object on here, it will eject your disc. So just a heads up. So this area is cleared. It looks good. Let's move on to our cover that we just took off. So I have my PlayStation 4 cover right here. And then the front with the eject button right here. And you can see the eject button right here. And it will be easy to take off. You can actually take it off with your fingers. Just be careful because it is plastic. So let's go ahead and just do that right now. So if you kind of go to the back right here in the middle crevice, you can just whoop. And it'll just fly off on you if you poke it and move it up. So that was probably the easiest I ever took off this eject button. And that's all it is right there. Let's go ahead and get a good picture of that. So this is the PlayStation 4 eject button. I have it removed and sitting to the side. And it will sit in this little crevice right there. And it's really easy to take it out. Just go ahead and move your finger right in this little crack and move it towards the front of the console. And it should come out. Just be careful. It's just a thin piece of plastic. So I have that out. Now let's go ahead and flip over my cover. You will be able to see the area it came from. And this is the little metal plate that will be attached to your eject button on your PlayStation 4. And if I move this up just a little bit more, I need a better angle, you'll be able to see it right here. And then these little things that are popping up right here, those are the little rubber bumpers on the back of your faceplate right here. I'll show you on the back. So this is right here, definitely connected to your eject button. It sits in the same area. Now to fix your PlayStation 4 from not ejecting your disc, we're going to want to go ahead and bend this little plate right here back a little bit. And it's going to provide this little plate just a little bit more tension. So when you press that eject button, it's actually going to work, and it's going to go ahead and touch that little rectangular plate on the PlayStation. This little rectangular plate, and it's actually going to touch this when you press the eject button. So what we're going to want to go ahead and do, if you got tweezers, that's probably the easiest. We're going to go ahead and use my screwdriver and just bend this back a little bit. Doesn't take a lot of effort. I'm going to go ahead and bend it back. Alright, so I went ahead and just bent it back a little bit. Now let's go ahead and put back on our eject button. Alright, so I got my eject button right here. Let's go ahead and flip it over and put it back on. And it'll just snap into place. Alright, so my eject button is. And let's get a clear picture of this now that we just went ahead and put that back in. So you can see the little metal plate resting right here. The eject button is in. Now when you press this, it should just give enough force. So with our cover removed on the side here, our faceplate, I'm going to go ahead and show you a little screw that you won't be able to see on my camera just because it's a little bit dark in my room. But right by this little slot from your hard drive, there's going to be a little screw just about in the center. You can go ahead and take a screwdriver and just go ahead and insert it just about in the middle slot right here. And you can go ahead and turn it to the left a little bit. And when you turn it to the left, you will see your stuck disc actually come out the front end. So if you look down here with the flashlight, you will see a little screw. And you can go ahead and rotate it to the left. And your stuck disc will come out. Now, you can go ahead and try this and see if it prevents this issue from happening. Go ahead and just give the screw a couple twists to the left and loosen it up. And maybe this will help your issue also. Did you know that you can eject a disc on your PlayStation 4 by simply going to the game and hovering over it, pressing the options button, and you should see an option to eject the disc. If this video helped you fix your eject button on your PlayStation 4, go ahead and leave this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below. And check out the videos coming up next on YourSixStudios.